David Fincher's movie Gone Girl. So this scene, Nick is at Desi's house. The screenplay in this scene sets the tone with action words used in the conversation between Nick and Desi. Desi doesn't invite Nick in when he shows up at his house, and he thinks Nick is guilty for his wife being missing. The moody lighting and the over-the-shoulder shots makes this scene extra strange for the audience to interpret. Nick thinks Desi is innocent. Gone Girl uses classic screenwriting techniques to tell the twisty modern noir story. Nick brings up that he's curious why Desi still writes his wife after everything, while Desi doesn't give him much of an answer. This definitely will set the tone for future conversations, and it definitely makes both of them look a little uncomfortable, and they could both possibly have something to do with his wife missing. Alrighty. So in this scene, Amy is basically losing her marbles. She's starting to get really insecure, and at this point, she's trying to convince Nick of having a child to start over. The lighting throughout this entire scene is pretty much the same. It's very dark and dim lighting and replicates an evening vibe. They're in the bedroom with the soft yellow light. They move through the kitchen with the soft yellow light. And within those two scenes, the composition is beautiful, and Amy and Nick are put inside these door frames. You can really see them throughout the entire shot, but the camera is really shooting in between the space to really make you feel like you're in that room yourself. Amy and Nick are usually put dead center in the frames too. The lights are on in the house are also a soft yellow color. Throughout the entire house, you can see there's multiple night lights on, but the color still remains consistent as the camera goes through every room. The cinematographer did a great job of placing Amy and Nick in the frame, like I said, inside the door entries, and they are always centered, medium shots. It's a very clean cut technique here. Alrighty, so let's talk about the cinematography here. Most of the cinematography in this movie is an elegant gray and green tone color. It's definitely a sensational vibe when you're watching the movie, especially with Amy's character. She's just very condescending in a way, but smart and subtle with her intentions. So David Fincher collaborated with Jeff Cronenweth. They both often shot with two cameras to get as close as physically possible in order to maintain the eye lines, and this definitely helps between the dialogue between Amy and Nick, just because, she's so intense, but he's ultimately clueless until he is objectified and basically being accused of killing her. But yeah, they definitely try to shoot as close to the actors as they can to really make you feel like you're in that moment of conversation, and it's usually an intense conversation too. This is called trading paint. They shot close to wide open to maintain that depth of field as a subjective choice here. So basically, Amy is playing the victim in these scenes. Her eyes definitely tell it all, so once again, that goes back to the fact that they wanted to shoot as close as possible to maintain those eye lines. This is definitely a constant theme throughout the movie. Fincher stresses, though, that the extra resolution is only as good as the creative choices it serves. So, basically, through the art of cinematography, Fincher is manipulating the viewer's emotions by just the choice of closeness to the actors and the angles that he's getting. It's a very intimate type of framing. It's not too artsy or anything like that. It's very straight to the point. It's serving a purpose here. So, throughout this entire movie, the role of women in Nick Stunn's life is very prominent.